Everybody, we are everyday nerds. Three idiots who love nerdy shit.
Well, more one, because we got one jackass who's more comic book horror, one that's a little bitch, and then there's me, the TheAnimeShogun.
Who's also a little bitch.
Oh, we got fucking jokes.
Motherfucker, he could beat your ass. Anyways, what's
Both
up?
of your ass is like a Cherokee drum.
Motherfucker,
Let's
I would
fucking
pay
go.
for that. You know I like that shit on you.
Shut up.
You want to make it weird? I will make it weird.
Here.
Yeah. 2023 is going to be an interesting year. So
Who's
I
taking
am
control of this episode.
you. I'm just doing the intro, you dirty bitch.
Yeah, then shut the fuck up for once in your life.
I am Globaloutcast, the person who is pretty much next to me on the thing is...
Me?
That is you. He is he and I is I.
Yeah, no, I'm the TheAnimeShogun, because we've already done the intro.
We have, seriously. What
No, we
have
haven't. He hasn't. He has it.
God.
God. Okay. Anyway, so as we're gonna get into this, let's talk about favorite games of this year. Global. Let's start with you, you dirty bitch.
My favorite game of 2023, 2022.
2023. I didn't realize we were living in 2024 already.
I know, right?
Fuck
Damn
sakes.
it.
2022. My favorite game would have to be Ghostwire.
Fucking
Ghostwire
amateur hour
Tokyo.
over here. And why is that?
Story, gameplay, the free roaming, the
Want to get
mythology.
a little more in-depth with that for the
I-
listeners, or are you just gonna basically say fuck them?
I was getting to it, you little whore. Damn.
There you are. Anyway,
Uh,
go on.
I'm gonna stab you both.
Fucking bring it, bitch.
I will. It's been brought. The overall story of it was pretty good. Kept me engrossed, which I love. It pretty much what happened was this dude who died wanted to pretty much bring his family back, and how he did it was, I think he died because I'm kind of letting my memory die on it a little bit before I go back to it again.
Sounds fair.
And he wanted his family back, and his way was to take control of the dead. And
yeah, I remember hearing about that when I was looking at like the trailer when I was first watching it, like before the game had came out.
yeah,
It was like when I was watching the trailer and they were kind of like explaining that. Yeah, that sounds pretty decent.
yeah. And you're the only survivor. Somehow or another, you get you and this dude that had died. He tries to take control of your body to stop everything because he's part of a little small secret organization that helps ghosts and mythology shit pass on, and they stop them. And you deal with everything from the slit-mouthed woman. I don't remember her Japanese name. You deal with like the creatures that pretend to be walls that in
It's a
front of
Japanese
doors.
kind of game then.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game. You can actually change the language from English to... I beat it in English, now I'm going to go back and play it in Japanese.
Okay, you should probably explain that a little bit too when you're going in depth with that game.
I
Now we
planned on-
know, but I'm just saying you should probably go a little in depth with it next time.
And all the small things you could do, like finding the tanukis, the Jisoo statues that help you...
Oh, the Tanakis. Okay.
Yeah, the tanukis. And you have like, in order to get your area bigger, you have to pretty much heal up one of the one of the shrines in the area, and that'll give you more area to explore in order to get more shit, do more side quests, to get more powers and everything like that. And they use more magical stuff for your combat, along with like a bow and arrow. Ooh, excuse me.
You're
And
not confused.
paper, and like kind of like those paper stuff to seal them and everything like that. A little bit of parkour in it, which is fun. Parkour. and it was all in all a really fun game. I would recommend it if people love a little bit of free roaming, and would love to check out a good story, because the ending of it was really good. You find out some stuff about what happened with him and his family, his sister, who he's trying to protect, and everything like that. Along with the main bad guy, why he's doing what he's doing, because you find these little notes, audio clips, and everything like that of why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little lore kind of to the game a little.
Yeah, yeah, and they have what I ended up calling them Slender Man wannabes, because they were tall, faceless, and assholes. But they're pretty much the main guys.
Wannabes.
Yeah, they're tall. They have like names. They're like people who have died in. The main guys are like these office workers that have died either in regret.
We'll just call them tall, dark, and handsomes.
Right. You have the high school girls and boys who have died either with anger or I can't remember what the other one was. And you face those. They're faceless, and you have to help rescue the souls also of the people that they have taken out of their bodies, in order to stop them from getting more power. And you have like these trees or whatever that you have to help find and break down anyway, and stop the enemies from gathering them. And you also have dogs that will, if you feed them, they'll give you stuff. Most of the time it's money. One or two times they're like, hey, we're going to show you to a Jishu shrine, because Jishu shrines aren't located on any maps. You have to find them by hand, that part was annoying, but it was worth it, because I gathered all of them before I went to go face the big baddie, and that helped a lot.
So, Lycan, does that sound like a game you would try?
Honestly, yeah, that sounds like a really good game I would want to try. Yeah. The description he was giving me, not me, whatever.
God, how dare you?
You know what? Suck a dick.
You know what? Watch your language, all right? We're fucking sitting here with children listening to us. Watch your fucking mouth.
You know what, bastard?
Damn
But
it.
I honestly, it seems like a really fun game. Kind of, the description kind of gives me Sleeping Dragon kind of
It
vibe.
does kind of sound like that Sleeping Dragon style, doesn't it?
I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
played that game.
Well, that's because you're a fucking communist.
I know what good games are.
Well, clearly not, since you've never played that game. Fucking commie. So, that being said, what about you? Lycan, what was your favorite game of 2022? Or, sorry, as Global fucking would sit there and say 2023.
It would have to be Harvestella. Basically, think of a Stardew RPG. So basically, you can farm to get money to build up, like, your house, make meals, go buy weapons. Pretty much everything starts with farming. But the story is actually really developed, if you ask me, because it's got the 4 seasons, and as far as I've played, because I haven't beaten it yet, is you got winter, spring, fall, and summer, and each of these are controlled by this crystal. And these crystals are acting up, so you got to visit each one in a certain amount of time during a day. So
Kind of makes me think of, like, Stardew Valley almost.
it's basically, that's why I said it's like a Stardew Valley kind of RPG stuff. Basically main thing is farming, but you can go to like these dungeons, go get these materials, make food, potions, But the one thing that kind of catches my eye with it is you don't have to stay one class. So, like, you'll start out as a fighter. Of course, you got sword. The more you use the sword, the more points you get to unlock abilities. And then later on in the story, you get mage, you get like a monk class, so beating the shit out of people. So it's just like, it's got so much to it that it's never a dull thing. That's one reason why I like it.
Okay, I gotcha.
So, if anyone likes Stardew Valley or like farming games with a little bit of action, I would give it a shot.
I play the hell out of Stardew Valley.
Then I'd say give Harvestella a try. I think you might like it.
I might.
Okay.
Sounds like a kind of game I would probably enjoy because I do like those pixel games. I have recently found out I do like those kind of pixel games, which is why I'm getting a little bit into the older games that have that kind of style.
Well, the thing is about this, the graphics are not. It's like an animated one, so it's not pixelated.
Yeah.
So that's why another reason that catches my eye is it's really interesting.
Yeah.
So that's would be my favorite game of 2022.
All right. So for me, because nobody's gonna ask, I think I would actually have to go with God of War Ragnarok.
That is a fun game.
It is.
Like I'm sorry to say it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the God of War games in general, but just the whole thing of how it was, it's magnificent. I am in love with that game because it's interesting. I'm still waiting for them to turn around and tell us how Kratos essentially got from the God of War series of like 1, 2, and 3, how he went from that into Norse mythology. And I like how Ragnarok kind of gave you a little bit of the beginning about it. The other thing I like, and you don't see this with some games too, is if you played God of War, the last one, and you got up to the, you beat the game, you got up to the part where Thor showed up. They took that part of the game and they continued it into the new game. I liked that.
Yeah.
But for the people, and I don't know about most people, I don't know if there's a lot of people that don't play God of War. I find that kind of hard to believe. That's right. I said it, you damn viewers. That's right. 1v1 me, bitches.
Oh, he's calling them out.
If you play like the first 3 God of Wars, it deals with Greek mythology about a soldier of Sparta that basically gave his life to the gods to help him fight his wars and fight his battles. I'm sure many people know the story, so I won't have to go into it much. But then at the end of 3, Kratos just pounds on Zeus. Probably my favorite part of the game, besides Aphrodite. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. And then how it went into Norse mythology. And I feel like they're kind of turning him into like the god killer. I think it's a great game. I liked Ragnarok because it was essentially I like how they did it with that game. Like how historically accurate they did with the Norse mythology. And I feel like they're kind of pushing Kratos to be something else. Would I recommend it for other people? Oh yeah. Yeah, I would. I would consider you a commie if you never played it or ever wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, also, fun fact, they actually did. Years ago, before they actually did the new God of War games, they did a comic of him kind of wandering around other places, and one of them was him wandering around in Egypt.
Yeah, that wasn't just a comic. They actually, somebody on the development team did an interview about how Kratos is actually supposed to, after this game, I don't know if they scrapped. I think originally they scrapped it, but they were planning another game, and he was supposed to. He was going in. We were going through this cave, and as he was getting out, there was the Great Pyramids.
Yeah.
And at one point, he's supposed to look back and say, like, "Come along, boy," and
Yeah.
that was supposed to be Atreus.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, but I did like how respectful they were to both the Greek mythology and the Norse mythology. Yes, it's a video game. They did take some liberties, not much. Like Frigg and Freya, two different characters, totally in the Norse mythology. But they combined them in order to.
No, hold on, slow down, because you went a little far there. What do you mean they took liberties?
Frigg and Freya are two different characters in Norse mythology.
Oh, yep. Okay, I got what you were saying now.
Yeah.
You
But
kind of, so I didn't
Yeah,
quite hear
sorry.
what you said.
Frigg and Freya are two different characters altogether in Norse mythology. But I can understand why they did that in the game to kind of do a story with it. I can understand that and I can respect that.
I'll give you a story.
Can I say
Ratata-
something?
Hold on. Ratatoskr is in the franchise. I don't know if he's like the tree take care. He doesn't take care. I don't know if he takes care of the tree. In Norse mythology, he is a massive shit talker. In Norse mythology, he will run up to the top of the tree, go to the eagle at the top of the tree, and go, "You know what that snake at the bottom of the tree said to you?" And then the eagle will go, You know what? You tell that eagle I said this." And then he just goes back and forth all the time, just doing that shit.
So yeah, in the game he's kind of like that. You could definitely tell he is the one to be talking shit, but it's more along of like his alter egos.
Yeah.
Still a fabulous game. I don't.
It
care.
is.
Yeah, I'll fight anybody.
Oh yeah, it is.
Now, well, I want to hear because Lycan was about to say something before Global was an asshole.
It was more of how Global was actually saying it. It sounded like he was saying freaking Freya.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can we also appreciate how hot Sif is? I'm sorry. I'm sure Thor's gonna kick my ass, but can we stop and appreciate how sexy and hot Sif is? Like, ow!
Oh, I'm pretty sure you can take Thor.
Nah, I wouldn't put my I'd put my money on Thor kicking my ass. Yeah,
I did
you
like how
heard me say that correctly.
I did like how they made the gods assholes still.
Yeah, that part was cool, but the one thing that I like is how they did Sif. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, and again, I know I've had this kind of debate with Lycan, but I will say that I think God of War Ragnarok Sif does better or does more justice than Marvel's did. I like the actress who plays Sif in Marvel, but I think I like the hot blonde warrior babe from Ragnarok. I've said it. Sue me later. That's right. I said it.
Actually, there was something I wanted to say about what you said. Is like how he got there in 3. After he beats the hell out of Zeus. You see him kind of walking off. So I'm wondering if like.
I don't recall him walking. Well, he did kind of walk it off, but he didn't. He stabbed himself essentially through the stomach, releasing all that power.
Yep.
But then all you saw was this carving of a bird where he had died. And you saw this kind of trail of blood leading towards the edge, which everybody thought, oh, he just kind of threw himself off.
I mean, there's a multitude of theories, but I remember him walking off. So
Yeah, from what I've played, he never walked off. He did kind of threw himself off of the cliff, because I know he stabbed himself, and then you kind of see him falling off the ledge. But there was that trail of blood next to the carving of the bird that was on that where he had fought Zeus, because the biggest rumor or speculation is that there's, and I think Brandon knows this more, or not, but it's one of those, like, I don't remember what they call it in Norse, but it's like the phoenix or the bird that travels through every different like realm or religion, however you want to word that, or pantheon. from Greek to I think Egypt to Norse. Norse called it something. I don't remember what they called it in Greek, but it carries the dead.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them are Valkyries.
Well, there's the Valkyries, but that's not who I was thinking of.
Yeah, I know.
They said it at some point. I forgot how who it was or what the word was. But in anyway, so then let's I'm gonna kind of switch the order up here. Lycan, give me the first game you're excited for next year.
This may piss a lot of people off, but
I'm already pissed off.
Well, no, you're not. But Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, and why is that?
Because honestly, it's alright.
Wait, why would that piss people off?
Because of J.K. Rowling.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Because of what I forgot about that. I don't remember what all was said, but I remember hearing about that.
Yep.
She's
so do I.
basically a major transphobe, and like pretty much everyone hates how she is, and they want to get the game canceled. And
So, not to sound political then, but what exactly did she do? Because there might be some people out there like me who has no idea what she has done.
hold on.
Yep, time to spill the beans.
So basically, she ends up going on Twitter saying how she did not, if the sex isn't real, and she said this on Twitter. But
What did she say?
On Twitter, she says people who menstruate, should just stay out. Like they should stay that gender.
Oh, so she's essentially she doesn't fully support people who want the whole transgender thing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. This is her actual tweet. People who menstruate, I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wombum, Wimpun, or Wumud. And pretty much it's gotten a lot of backlash because after that, she's like, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. So...
Well, it's
It's
a good
just-
thing I don't care about the people.
But the reason I'm excited for it is because it's actually the first Harry Potter game that's gonna be where you're in control of your own character.
Right? Like, I even kind of am excited for that, and I'm not a big Harry Potter person. I used to be, but not so much anymore. But even I'm excited for it. The one thing that I will say that's pissing me off, I'm sure among the other fans too, is the fact that it keeps getting delayed. I don't know, and I'm sure Global will chime in here in a little bit and say what he thinks too. And the one thing I'm like is that you can actually ride Beast. Like, I don't remember how they said it in an interview, but you can ride Buckbeak or Buckbeak's race. You can ride that if you're like good. If you're bad or
It's
part
a
of like
death
the
horse.
dark arts, it's the whatever they call it from the movies. But yeah, like the death horse.
Hippogriffs.
Something I don't remember.
Yeah, but
Hippogriffs.
Yes, hippogriffs. Thank you.
Yes.
Then
Well-
I like how you actually kind of get to choose your path too. You can fly on a broom. You can fly on I want to say Pegasus, but that's not quite fair. But essentially Buckbeak. You could ride the hippogriffs, but you could also collect and farm animals. Like you
Yep.
could set up an actual like area for them. But I think the biggest thing I like and I'm excited for is you get to learn and use all those different spells. Like you can choose to be good or evil. So
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. I'm also curious to see how they're going to go through and introduce gameplay or how they're going to go about with the the sorting hat.
Ooh,
That's
Like,
one thing I'm
interested
curious
to see
about.
how that. Yeah, that's how I'm interested to see how that's going to kind of play into the game.
oh yeah.
Like, are you going to choose your house, or is it going to be like an RNG style?
Yeah.
Honestly, if it's an RNG, that would actually make the game a little bit more fun. Not
It
no,
would. But if I
Oh.
also may, being that I have played with RNG, I hate the RNG Jesus.
Who doesn't?
That RNG Jesus kids. Fuck off.
But one thing actually that really caught my eye about it.
Is my
this-
penis.
that's for global. Anyways,
Yummy.
this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. Is I saw where you can actually own your own cottage.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I did kind of see that, but I did hear I did kind of hear about that. Like you can kind of like have like a cottage to go in.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Yes. I want to hear what Global has to say with that game.
I really haven't been keeping much an eye on it, but it does look like an interesting game. The one thing I wish you could
do you have to
do,
be such a hater.
because fuck you. No, one thing I
Only
was
if you buy
kind
me
of
dinner first.
fucking done. One thing I kind of wish you could do with that game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen eventually with mods, but I kind of wished you could do co-op with your friends, because then you could have like 2-3 guys running around Hogwarts just fucking ruling the school.
Well,
Either being
I would probably kill you guys with the dark arts as fast as possible.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would not hesitate to kill you guys with the dark arts.
Oh, I know.
Why? Because fuck you.
But okay, I want to add something to what Global was saying about that. If they did do a co-op, kind of make it like increase the difficulty to compensate for 2 people,
Yeah.
so it's not too easy. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I do agree to that, but at the same time, I don't agree to that. Just because I would want something like how Global said. I would want something where I could just kind of BS a little bit and kind of have that easy mode to just be able to BS.
Yeah.
But I see where you're coming from too.
All right.
All right, yes. So let's hear what Global's.
First game of 2023.
Are you sure not 2024?
Yeah, exactly. I am excited for the first game I'm excited for is Diablo 4.
Yeah, we're doing one at a time. Okay, get your shit right.
God, you always swear. Jesus Christ, fucking A.
God fucking damn it.
But
What's your fucking language? Anyways, go on.
I'm just gonna sit here until you guys are done swearing at each other.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're
I'm
not
excited-
my mom.
Thank God.
Okay, but
I'm
no, so you said Diablo 4. So I've
yes.
go into that because I've seen the trailer for that, and as somebody who's not a big fan of Diablo, I'm even kind of interested in this.
I do like how they're changing some things up. They're making it more open world. You don't have to follow the main story if you don't want to. You can go out and do boss raids, level up your character, and shit like that.
That'll be interesting.
And one thing I'm excited for is they're bringing back my character that I love playing, which was the Druid. They're changing some things up with him, just like all the other characters, but they're doing that. You now have a lot of people are calling it like I heard a lot of people call it World of Diablocraft because they're giving you mounts. You can do I know they're not called guilds, but that's essentially what they are.
Man.
Groups. Yep.
Yeah, groups and everything like that. Where out in the wild, a like small little boss will appear, and he will, and you guys can go find them and beat their ass, and everything like that. I saw some gameplay of it; looked really good. The classes as of right now, they're barbarian, necromancer. They're adding a rogue to this one. Rogue, sorcerer, druid, and I think there was one more. I can't remember what, but they add. It's pretty much a lot of the original classes. They may add some more classes, which would be awesome.
quick question.
What's up?
When you said rogue, do you mean like Diablo 2 rogue?
I think so, because the way it looked like you're pretty much like how you would picture like a rogue character with like knives, crouching down, stuff like that. Pretty much a mixture of like the Amazon and the Demon Hunter from Diablo 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
You piqued my interest.
And I think there's also a Paladin. I can't remember.
Fucking paladins.
What do you got against paladins?
Yes.
Fair enough.
No other words. Yes. Fair enough. Alright. What about, are you done, Global?
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you, Shogun? What about you?
Ooh. I'm glad you say my name. Say my name one more time. Oh yeah.
Okay,
So-
Global, done that.
Stop. So
Stop
I would
it.
have to go with Spider-Man 2
Ooh.
Good choice.
because I've played. Actually, it's fair for me to say I've played every Spider-Man game. Like I've played the PC ones, the PlayStation ones, the Ultimate. Even Andrew Garfield's like Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like I played Marvel's Spider-Man, like just kind of like last month, and I was playing, and I finally platinumed that game, and I loved how that ended, and I love how they set it up for Spider-Man 2 to come out. And I'm interested to see how they're doing it with Miles Morales essentially being a standalone game, but yet it's still part of the Marvel Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm excited for, well, two things. The two biggest things that I'm excited for is one, we are getting Venom.
Ooh.
That'll
And
be fun.
The way that it looks like they are doing, because all I saw was Venom's kind of face. And this almost looks like it could be Tom Hardy's Venom. But again, I only saw the face. But I love how the fact that Venom is coming into it and how this game is going to be darker.
Ooh.
And that's what I'm excited is because the fact that they're adding Venom. Like, you don't understand how much I fangirl over Venom. Yes,
I get a
that's what I
faint
said.
idea.
I can hear the drooling from over here, so.
Hey,
Drooling, I can
gonna
hear the
keep-
motions.
hey, we're gonna keep this PG-13 for the kids.
That's why I said motions.
We already swear, lad, so how the fuck
Watch your language, all right? If you're not, I'm gonna slap a PG-12 on you. But no, I'm excited for it because we're getting Venom, and the fact that they're adding or making it a darker game because they're adding Venom, I'm excited for that. But the other thing that I am excited for, I was disappointed with the first game, like Marvel Spider-Man, but I saw a picture of it for this game, and I am super stoked for it. We are getting the black suit.
Nice.
It's not like Toby's black suit. It's from, like, if you've played Marvel Spider-Man and how he's got the red and the white and all that.
Yep.
You get rid of the red and the blue and you add the black. And he fights Miles Morales from what I saw in a picture.
Ooh.
And it's just like the black suit I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how that's going to play out.
You have piqued my interest.
Yeah, this is the year of video games, my friends. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the year for video games.
Sounds
But
like it.
that being said, Marvel Spider-Man 2, it looks like it's going to be a dope game. The only thing I'm scared about is that they overhype it.
Yeah, that is a major concern with a lot of video games, is they will overhype it and then it's not as good. Or they will show too much. And you're all like, I've already seen everything. Why the hell do I need to play this game?
Yeah, that's kind of what had happened with me with a certain Globaloutcast that decided to play High on Life.
Hey, that game is a fun game, and you showed me a secret ending, which I need to go back to and play.
Wait, you didn't even know about that?
No, I
knew
didn't.
about that.
I didn't know about
gee.
that because I'm not on
Oh
TikTok.
my god. It's amateur hour over here.
Wow.
Hey, that game's a fun game. It's not my game of 2022.
Such a fun game, and it's not even 2023, and yet that didn't make your list. God. We really are. It's amateur hour over there, huh?
Obviously.
This is a man who doesn't like Spider-Man.
Yeah, actually, I didn't say I didn't like Spider-Man. I've played Spider-Man on PS2
I remember.
and PS1. So can't really say I don't like Spider-Man.
I was more talking
grew
shit
out of
towards
it.
TheAnimeShogun.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what he likes to try to do is run his mouth.
when does he
One of
not?
these days, I'm gonna
Fair,
run my
fair.
mouth and you're gonna crack me one.
Okay, so then Global, what's your other game that you're excited for?
Star Wars Survivor. That game looks amazing. I played Star Wars. The first one. Looked really.
Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order, fun as hell. Loved it. It looks like they kind of all went their separate ways a little bit. And what I loved about it is Star Wars Fallen Order didn't get much hype because EA pretty much thought, hey, we're going to make this game to kind of show the fans want more multiplayer games, and that just kind of shot them in the foot. But it was really, and I'm excited for it because you will be able to have like the Kylo Ren stuff. From what I saw, I think you're able to have like the Kylo Ren style lightsaber.
Yeah, you get Kylo Ren's crossguard. You get that style.
Yeah, which I'm still gonna go for the double lightsaber because I'm a man of culture. As
Yeah,
animation,
so you and me are the same. Where we will essentially go with the double bladed.
yeah, because we're men of culture. I like to go
Are you trying to say that Lycan is not?
Yes.
God, what is wrong with you?
a lot.
Where do you
I like to go with the color orange.
His words, not mine. Everybody, his words, not mine.
I like to go with the orange color. With when I play Star Wars when I played Star Wars: The Fallen Order, and I loved the different colors and everything like that. And I hope to God there's more of that kind of stuff because they kind of been keeping it a little bit under wraps, like who is in that tank. They really haven't said much about
I'm
it.
Kind of curious because I see the long hair, and I'm kind of curious on who it's going to be.
Yeah,
But I do like you actually are going to be able to ride mounts, and
Yeah.
it looks like your ship is still going to be customizable, but it looks like you could do the crossguard or the double bladed or even a single blade. It looks pretty interesting.
it looks really fun. Trying to keep it I'm trying to keep it slow because we're running out of time.
Well, this is a holiday special.
Yeah, that is
so-
true. But other than that, I really want to know where the story goes. I really do.
Right. All right, so then Lycan,
Final Fantasy 16.
you evil person.
Well, okay. One, I'm loving who it's created by. The master of Final Fantasy 14, Yoshida.
Oh, well, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Hold
No,
on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's just
really
kidding!
Shut up, Global. You too, joking. I don't know.
I didn't even say anything that time.
Good. I
Racist.
just shut up. Yeah, how the fuck? But anyways, let me get back on track before I get off. The one reason I'm excited for it is because it's not gonna be like the normal. Oh, I gotta go save the world and stuff, or all this heroic bullcrap. It's gonna take a darker turn where it's gonna be more revenge, more bloody, power struggles, and unavoidable tragedy.
Huh.
So
Cool.
it's gonna go in the opposite direction. So that's gonna be interesting. Then I also found out that they're bringing back a Final Fantasy X feature with Yuna, the summoning battles.
Huh.
Interesting.
So you're gonna be basically able to see these summon battles in cutscene and be able to participate in them as well. So one thing that kinda is gonna really be awesome for me is the open world as well. They're gonna keep the 15.
Ooh,
In it.
you said 15. I'm interested.
So basically, what Yoshida said he was gonna try to do with this one is bring out a lot of the parts from all the other Final Fantasies and try to fit them into 16.
Okay.
So,
Good.
I mean, like, look, you already got the summoning battles from 10, the open world from 15. So there's two of great ones there. I'm wondering what else they're gonna add to it.
I did hear that in the beginning of Final Fantasy, about when they started doing stuff for Final Fantasy 16, I did hear he wanted to get away from like where Final Fantasy was going with the mech kind of sci-fi fantasy mix, and goes back to what Final Fantasy was in the first one, which is just straight fantasy. I did hear that.
That is true, and I've also heard he is focused on 14 as well, but he wants to kind of keep in suspense everyone in 14, so he's gonna shift his attention to 16. So the fact he's really working on it and has switched, like completely redone Final Fantasy 14 is making me more excited about it.
Yeah.
So that's because it's Yoshi P, when the description of one of them is the mother crystals, one of the main thing in Final Fantasy 14. So it's just excited. I've seen the trailer. Oh, I should also mention one more thing. It's gonna be bloody as hell, from what I understand. More bloody than all the other ones.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
So that is my other anticipated game for 23. Now, TheAnimeShogun. What about you?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, for me, I would have to go with Skull and Bones.
Oh,
I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for Skull because it feels kind of like it's got like a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of vibe to it.
ooh.
And that's what I'm excited for. It's going to be open world. You can play by yourself or with others. I don't know much because, again, I'm kind of like everybody else in the fandom with it. Like, we're not getting told much. And it keeps getting delayed, and it's pissing me off. But I like the fact that it definitely feels like a Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, you ever play
Sea of Thieves?
what's the